Well, the first thing I've learned is how many things I didn't know and that I need to learn. But I think one of the biggest things for me of working with Red Beryl is transparency. It's a complete breath of fresh air when you have an agency that comes in and everything that they do, there's checks and balances, there's measurability, there's transparency throughout the process. Every agency that I've ever worked with, I always have wondered, am I getting an ROI on my money? Am I getting measurable ROAS, return on ad spend, for what I'm spending each month on Google Ads? How do I know that they're searching for the right terms? How do they know our business? How do they understand what I'm facing day to day? When Jaron and Nick came in, they explained the process. They walked us through that. They went through everything is data driven, everything is AI driven. And I know those are buzzwords today, but what they do when they come in is they look under the hood. They say, all right, let's look at your ad spend. Let's look at the conversions on your ad spend. Ad spend's great, but what is the actual conversion? What are you getting for that ad spend that you're getting? And the sad truth of the matter is what I thought we were getting and what I was sure that we were getting, they don't align. The greatest thing is when you take your ad spend, your conversions, you match them up together, you put it into AI, you're running the metrics on this, you're measuring it, you're measuring what matters. The proof's in the pudding. You can't hide. So agencies can run any report, make it look good. They use all the buzzwords to make it, your conversions are up, your calls are up. Is my cash register singing beautiful music or not? That in our business is what ultimately matters. So when you look at that and start looking at who we're marketing towards, how are we speaking to them? What message are we delivering to them? Are they calling? Are they setting appointments? What is a conversion? So aligning on that, understanding that our goals are clearly aligned, it's clearly measurable, it's clearly transparent, and it's clearly explainable in the reporting. That is something that I've never had before. We've never had that here at IDC. I've never seen it anywhere there, but there's a path forward. It's a clear, transparent path forward. So every ad agency I've ever worked with, and this goes back probably 10 years. Everybody talks about Google Analytics. Now it's GA4. That's what everybody is measurables of what Google is tracking. Nobody had talked to me about Google Search Console. They've talked about Google Trends, but how does your analytics and your Search Console connect? How does your Google Merchant Center play into that? How does your Google My Business? So I knew Google My Business was important. It was optimized, but am I updating the content? How does Google look at Google My Business? How are the leads and the traffic that's coming to my site? Are they coming through Google Ads? Are they coming through Google My Business? Is it my map listing? They're all interconnected. How? Google Search Console tells me all the words that are tracking in my areas. I can go and look at designers. I can type in a designer name, designer X, and it'll tell me everybody that's searching for that. It'll tell me when they're searching for it. All of the data is right at your fingertips. Red Beryl comes in, they show you how to search for it. They show you where to search for it. They show you how to connect all of those four things. Google My Business, Google Merchant Center, Google Search Console, G4 Analytics. They put them all together. It's connected. That's one thing that I've never seen, having all four of those connected together. It's right there at your fingertips every single day. You open it up, you look. Then you bring in a third-party app like CallRail. I don't want to give away all the secret sauce, but there's numerous third-party apps that they integrate into it. Everything talks with one another, talks with Shopify, everything connects, you get APIs. It's right there at your fingertips. It's all a dashboard format. It's clear, it's transparent, and Red Beryl comes in, they teach your team how to utilize the tools, how to apply the tools. They'll go at any speed you want. If you want them to run it, they're capable of doing that. If you want them to train your team on how to do it, train somebody that you bring in to run it. Red Beryl is there to come alongside you, however you want to do it, them to run it, your team to run it. They're going to teach you. They're going to stand beside you. They're going to support you. They're going to educate you, but they're going to show you where your dollars are going, how much ROAS you're getting on your ad spend, and where you are throwing money literally in a dumpster and lighting it on fire. One of the first things every digital agency, one of the things Google's and Meta is going to tell you is, spend more, we'll find more customers. Red Beryl came in and they said, wait, time out. Cut off your spending. Let's look and see where you're spending, what your ROI is on that spending. One of the things that we've always done here is our mass media umbrella. Some people use radio, some people use television. We happen to use both. Radio is our primary marketing medium that we utilize. When Nick came in and we looked at all of our conversions and where the traffic was flowing from, and we plugged that into AI and we said, hey, this is our radio traffic logs. This is our radio schedule. Show me where we're finding lift. Is it from radio? Is it from Google Ads? Where is the conversions happening? Overwhelmingly, AI replied back, you've built a brand for 15 years. Radio, you can see spikes. People tell me radio doesn't work. The data right there tells me, yes, it is. Your call logs are spiking. Your web traffic is spiking. That blew my mind to see that the money that I'm spending on Google Ads, that's not what's attributing to this traffic. It's my radio ads. It's the branding that we've done. So the opportunity that I have before me now is to wipe the slate clean and actually go and surgically target the consumers that have purchased from us, that are purchasing from us, take my radio and lay it in with my digital and use those to build and more strategically and surgically connect the two.
Brian, I will tell you, what it sounds to me is like you feel much more empowered and in control of your data and what to do with it. What does that feel like?
Knowledge is power. There's no way around that. Where I sit today versus 3 months ago is I feel like I'm much more knowledgeable about where I'm spending my money. I feel like we're much more knowledgeable about what kind of return on investment I'm getting on the money that we're spending. And I feel like I have a path forward of where we need to spend that money and how we need to spend that money adequately, incrementally, to get a maximum ROI on that and to incrementally layer in different features to get that max return and to get customers coming through the door, new customers, existing customers,